I'm here this evening with Paul Hughes-Barlow.
Hello.
Hello, Paul. He's the expert on the Thoth, the Book of Thoth, and the author of the Tarot and the Magus. Here is my slightly dog-eared copy, not through the quality of the book, but through the amount of work that it's had done on it over the years, since the 9th of January 2020, because it's also inscribed.
Huh?
So almost 2 years.
Wow.
Who is the Tarot and the Magus written for?
Anyone who wants to extend their knowledge of the tarot into other areas of spiritual and magical development, I guess, would be the answer, because it's a system of divination. It goes deeper into the Book of Thoth, and it also covers Golden Dawn systems of spiritual development as well, and magical development too. So, but you don't have to have that much knowledge. You just have to be enthusiastic and be willing to learn the opening of the key spread, I guess. That'll get you going.
There's this exciting little allusion on the front cover that says the Holy Guardian Angel. What's that all about then?
Yeah, well, you got to aim high, haven't you? There's, the whole point of magic, ritual, spirituality, and tarot readings actually is the knowledge and conversation with your holy guardian angel. There are lots of ways you can describe whoever that is. You can say the higher self. You can, but the knowledge and conversation of the holy guardian angel is sort of an Abramelin kind of thing, really, isn't it? So, but I mean, it's finding ways of communicating with the spiritual aspects of yourself down to a more mundane level at the same time, I guess.
Fantastic. So would someone who reads this book and studies it assiduously be able to get in touch with their holy guardian angel using the Thoth tarot deck?
Yes, yes, and also it is about the opening of the key spread as well. So okay. It's that system of divination using the Golden Dawn system that's really going to develop the whole sort of thing together. The way for that really is to do readings for other people as well. So in this book, it's mostly sort of an introspective way of understanding yourself in relationship to a lot of other magical and spiritual practices. But in essence, it comes down to being able to do the opening of the key spread for other people.
Oh, brilliant.
I learned masses from doing readings for clients, basically. That's the impetus for the whole book, really. That desire to give a better service to my clients and understand them better and their needs and how I can help them.
Fantastic. So what inspired you to write the book?
Well, my publisher.
Oh, brilliant.
he wasn't Oliver Rathbone. He contacted me, and I wrote on Super Tarot about the four elements a lot, and he wrote to me, emailed me, he said, would I be interested in writing a book on the four elements and tarot? And I said yes, and it became a kind of obsessional kind of thing to write this book.
Oh, brilliant.
It's what we decided right from the start was that me in particular, I didn't want to write a 22 or a 78 chapter book.
Yeah.
So in the end, my publisher said to me, well, why don't we do an 11 chapter book? And I thought, brilliant, that's the number of magic and change. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
He let that sink in. And then he said, well, why don't we pair the major cards, the fall in the universe, and then work your way in? I thought, well, that's a really crazy idea. Yeah. But he was right. And that structure of pairing the cards and creating the 11 chapters was the basis for the book. And of course, I included the minor arcana and the court cards within that structure as well. And that kind of gave the outline for developing the chapters in the book as well.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. So how long do you think it would take someone to work through the book if they started at the end and worked back to the beginning, or the other way around.
Right. Gosh, I don't know. I mean, it's a book that you can dip into and see new things. I mean, I to be honest with you, I'd forgotten most of what I've written in the book. So
Yes.
when when people say, "Oh, I've written this in your book, have I?" and I go and look for it and say, "Oh God, yeah, I did." So I know you've done that to me a few times, haven't you? You said, "Paul, you write about these things." Did I? Because in one level, I just saw that as writing about the opening of the key tarot spread, which is my kind of passion and obsession. Yeah. And actually, this is really the first part of the first stage of the opening of the key spread. It's not the whole thing. This is more an introduction with the techniques of card counting, pairing, elemental dignities, and a few other things as well. That was the plan. But it sort of grew when I just added on bits, and it became sort of you could almost see it as a system of ritual and initiation into magic and spirituality as well.
There's also references, I think, to visionary work and shamanic work as well.
Yes, because I've had so many experiences of so many systems within that kind of framework as well. So it just seemed natural to include them in it as well. I think it's just it's the paired cards that kind of gave the idea for some of those things, you see. I can't quite remember which ones they were. Probably to do with the lovers, actually, I seem to remember.
Yeah.
But it just kind of, I guess I was in a trance for most of the time I was writing that book, because I can't remember.
I can't remember. Brilliant. So what, in addition to this wonderful book, which is absolutely brilliant, what additional resources are available for someone who wants to study it in more depth?
Well, these videos that I've got on YouTube for a start, and also with you, that we do our Brighton, what do we call it? Brighton
Night Riders.
Brighton Night Riders. And there's the Bart and Paul sort of tarot show that I do with Bart de la Planque, who's in Belgium. Yeah. There's also the, on Facebook, there is the Book of Thoth Tarot group, and there's also the Thoth Tarot group run by Bart de la Planque. Brilliant. And they're for people who love the tarot, the Book of Thoth in particular, and of the opening of the key spread. And we have a lot of fun there. And there's other ways you can have a tarot reading from me as well. That'd be another good thing to do. I'm also doing mentoring as well for people who want to develop their skill set within tarot. There's also paulhughes-barlow.com, which is sort of my more personal take on the tarot and magic and all of these things as well.
Brilliant. So if someone wants to get a copy of this signed and dedicated by the author, how would they go about that? Contact
me on the Facebook groups or via Facebook, and I can arrange to send you a signed and dedicated copy. Pretty much anywhere in the world. Kind of gets interesting with postage and everything else, but it's no problem at all to do that. And I'd love to hear from people as well, the experiences of reading the book and tarot. Yeah, everything else too. That must be hundreds of pounds, is it, to get a signed and dedicated edition? Not quite. Not quite. So it's 20. Well, how much is it? It's £25. Okay. Signed and dedicated copy plus postage. And so I'm looking forward to hearing from everyone for that too.